Talk about art of meditation. Meditation is a art of letting go and going into a state of your own pure nature. My pure nature is Sat Chit Anand, that consciousness which will always be there, which is a choiceless witness. A very important simile you have heard, that the pond is full of waves and there are vibrations all over the pond, and we cannot see the bottom because there are waves on the pond. Similarly, our mind is all the time having thoughts and feelings which are clouding the awareness that we are. In meditation, we are centering ourselves into that choiceless awareness. Why we call it choiceless is because that awareness does not choose whether it is good, it is bad, it is right, it is wrong. It does not make any judgment. It just observes like a mirror. You go to in front of the mirror, it doesn't say it's a good picture, it's a bad picture. Similarly, that awareness just is awareness, and that is what gives me the feeling, me and you, the feeling of life, of being alive. So fundamentally, it is an art of establishing oneself in that state of awareness, in which not even an ego feeling, the thought of that I exist, stays there. Not even that thought is there. There's just plain awareness, surrounded by a sense of well being, a sense of joy. That is the ultimate state of meditation when you get into that. Now, this is where we have to reach. But then, how do we reach there? What is the process that enables me to quieten my mind, to slow down those thoughts and all those feelings that are rising all the time, and get centered in that choiceless awareness where very few thoughts or hardly any thought crosses the mind. Now, India has been a land where rishis have been doing meditation for centuries, and they have accumulated a lot of understanding on this, and it has been passed on from generations to generations. Ultimately, nobody can give you this state. You have to earn this state, you have to acquire this state, you have to practice and get into that state. I cannot touch you and put you in that state. Each one has to work for it. Now, the biggest hurdles that come in the way is that we are constantly collecting residual feelings, feelings of hurt, feelings of jealousy, feelings of insecurity, feeling of fear, anxiety, ambitions, desires. All these things are constantly arising in our consciousness, and they keep the mind in constant motion. The thoughts, every thought, if you look at every thought, there is a feeling behind it. You cannot control the thought, you have to manage the feeling. And therefore, this art is acquired with practice. When you become more sensitive to what is happening to you at the feelings level, and when you are able to understand your feeling, you are able to see the origin of your feelings, and then you manage the origin of that feeling, and therefore that feeling, and therefore the thoughts arising out of that feelings. So the first step is that you sit quietly. What Patanjali has said is Sthir Sukham Asanam. You sit in a posture which is very comfortable, which is very stable, which is very steady, which does not tire you. So that is what you have to sit quietly, and then you have to choose a time of the day when you are not disturbed by anything. Now, Guru Nanak has told us that get up early in the morning at 4 o'clock, get ready after your wash and bath, and sit quietly for 1 hour or 1.5 hours or 2 hours, depending upon what you want to do. Because that is a time when you are not disturbed. Nobody calls you, you cannot call anybody, everybody else is sleeping and you are the only person awake. So the idea is to get a time which is undisturbed, where you're not disturbed in any way. So the first is seating, you sit comfortably. Second is you are choosing a time of the day when your mind is not likely to have other preoccupations and you are not likely to be disturbed. Now, once that state has happened, then you must come to the third one, which is the level of breathing. Since I must tell you that all thoughts and feelings have an associated breathing pattern. When I'm afraid, my breathing pattern is very different from when I'm peaceful, when I'm worried, when I'm joyous. All these feelings have a corresponding breathing pattern. Now, it's very, the feelings are subtle, the thoughts are subtle, you cannot capture them, they're not tangible. But the breathing is tangible. Therefore, it is better if you start from the outer, which is tangible, which you can control, which you can manage. So you can start by focusing on the flow of feeling. You can start by invoking the blessing of this power behind this universe, the God, by invoking the name of Om or whatever name you want to take, so that you're remembering that power, that please, with a prayer that help us to get established in our own nature, which is Satchitanand. So after your prayers, you can settle down and watch your breath. The movement of the breath is going in, coming out, and this movement is happening. You will notice that there's a particular pattern to this breath. And while you're observing the breath, the mind will just wander off to some other thought, some other feeling. You will be thinking of how to handle certain employee of yours, how to deal with your children, how to solve a business problem, how to relate relationship problems. So all those issues will keep coming and your mind will wander off. Now here is what you have to do. You have to bring it back. Don't judge yourself harshly that the mind wander off. It will wander off. It is supposed to wander off. So bring it back again to the breath. So observe the breath. Slowly and slowly you will find that your thoughts are slowing down. And at the bottom of this also, you have to give this message to yourself that I am completely letting go. You must remember that all thoughts and all feelings get energy from you. You are the energy giver person to all those thoughts and feelings that are happening to you. Therefore, the moment you say I let go, you're saying I am not going to give any more energy to these thoughts and feelings, and I'm just letting them come and go. Like I'll watch a traffic on the road. I don't get involved with the traffic. The car is coming, going, the cycle is coming, going, the truck is coming, going. I'm just watching it. Similarly, there's a flow of feelings, there's a flow of thought, they're coming and going, and the moment I stop giving them energy by getting involved in them, they will come and go and leave me undisturbed. So from the breath, I have slowly and slowly quietened down myself, and all those thoughts and feelings are coming and going. While these thoughts and feelings are coming and going, I'm also becoming conscious of what kind of feelings are there, what kind of thoughts are there, and you will find basically these are the residual feelings that are there within your own consciousness. For example, I have had a fight with somebody yesterday, then my thought will think of that person with hatred. Think of some way to settle score with him. So my mind will be hooked in that. Or for example, I am solving some problem on my computer yesterday, then that problem will come to my mind. I'll think, okay, should I do this, should I do that, should I do that? So this way the mind will keep on wandering from one point to another. But I am telling myself, not now. This 1 hour I am on chutti, I am on leave, all the work has to wait, and I am totally letting go. So in this process you are in the state of letting go slowly and slowly, but at the same time you are also acquiring understanding. Okay, this is what is disturbing me. Okay, this is again second thing which is disturbing me. This is third thing which is hooking me. These are my hooks. For example, I discover that my financial insecurity is one something that hooks me. My ignorance is another that hooks me. My greed is another that hooks me. My sex drive is another that hooks me. My relationships are what hook me. So my desire to do well in profession is what hooks me. So all these hooks are there within me. So I realize that okay, these are the areas I need to look at, examine, and get out of. Now, in this way, you continuously let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, and slowly you become more quiet. The waves on the surface of the ponds are slowly quietening down, and when they quieten down, maybe by chance, there may be a period of 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes when your mind is very, 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 very quiet. So this is a state you have to get established in. Don't make an effort to get established in that state, because that effort becomes a barrier. So the key word is let go, not get involved in whatever is happening to my thoughts and feelings. That is the key to it. Now, you must also remember that there are forces, invisible powers, which govern this world, which are good powers, and if you pray to those powers, you are helped. So I end my meditation with bowing down in whichever place I am, in whichever direction I am, irrespective of direction, irrespective of place, irrespective of any idol figure around me, not bothered about all that, but just bow down to that power, and I give myself, let go, and seek inspiration and understanding and love and whatever I want. So I end my meditation with that. Now, what are the benefits of meditation? I want to tell you something more before I go on to benefits. You see, what is the best time to meditate is, I'm saying it is in the early morning or late evening when you have already done your day's work. Why? Because we say that our life is governed by three gunas: the tamasic, the rajasic, and the sattvic gunas. Now, meditation is a state of getting into sattvic guna, is a state of sattvikta. Now, all these three gunas continuously alternate and they continuously dominate our mind, and accordingly we work. So, tamasic is a state of slothfulness, lack of energy, laziness. So, once you have dealt with tamasicness while you slept in the night and woken up in the morning, your tamasic guna is satisfied. It's no longer dominant. Now, rajasic guna becomes dominant during the day when you have to do a lot of activities. So, early morning time is when your sattvic vritti or guna is more dominant. So, that is why it is one of the best times. Or in the evening when you have, dealt with your rajasic guna has been exhausted and you no longer want to think about your work and all that, and so you go for a walk, you exhaust your rajasic guna also, you rest, so your tamasic guna is satisfied, and then you are meditating. So meditation is a state of sattvikta. So that is how it is helpful, that even after walk you come back and meditate, it is helpful. Now, if I come to the benefits of meditation, it is well known that it helps to promotes your health. It maintains your harmony, the balance of your body. So BP is normalized, your brain waves, what is called, the slows down the nerves and calms down the nerves. Now, the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for calming down you, is strengthened, and sympathetic nervous system, which increases the nervousness and nervous energy in your body, adrenaline in the body, is quietened down. So the healing powers of the body are increased and released. I can very clearly have many incidents when I was feeling cold and cough and all that, and when I sit for meditation, after half an hour, 45 minutes, and 1 hour of meditation,